Turn the mic on, Doug. Hello there. It helps when the mic is on. My mic has a touch feature on it where all you have to do is touch it like that and it goes on and off. And unfortunately, it's right where you pick up the mic to move it. So I'll do the intro again. Hello there. My name is Doug. Welcome to the live stream for Inkquiring Minds channel for June. And I have an agenda for you today. It helps when the mic is on, so sorry about that. I've already got a number of people here. Thank you all for joining me. We've got 24 people here already. You guys bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. Who was it? Was it Dawn who asked? Yeah, Dawn Brown asked for subject and duration. Well, I have a lot of subjects. The generic subject is fountain pens. We will be talking about something non-fountain pen related, but we'll go about an hour and a half or so. And there's Copperplate from Germany. Thank you for joining me, G. Good to see you. And Willem is here as well. Hi, Willem from Germany. Nachbarn, Nachbarn, Netherlands. Wonderful. Yeah, TJ says no chance of saying anything incriminating with the mic off. Yeah. Well, last time I was with you last month, I was already sick with COVID. I didn't know it until the next day, but I barely got through that broadcast without coughing up a lung. I'm much better than I was, and I'm not contagious. We are separated by the Ethernet. Yay, Ethernet. Internet. But I do need my tea because my throat is going to need some help today. That's good. PG tips. So, we have quite an agenda for you today. I use the royal we. I have the main thing that I want to broadcast today is the announcement. I said this back in January in my live stream. I announced that my wife, Wynn, had written a book and it was being published and we were expecting copies to be delivered. Well, here it is, the 1st of June, and we have already done the book launch here in Calgary. We did the royal we again. They did a book reading, a number of people, including my 2 kids, read from the book to a crowd at the Memorial Library here in Calgary. That was last Sunday. I filmed that, and I'm going to broadcast that reading of the book this afternoon, noon on the West Coast. So noon Pacific Daylight Time, 11 o'clock my time. That video will go live. And what I'm announcing is that I have 30 copies of Wynn's book, Stone Cold Tea, which he has been spending the last 3 years writing. Well, 1 year to write, 1 year to publish, 1 year to edit, and 1 year to publish. It's a long process, but it's finally here in our hands, and I have 30 copies of this book, which Wynn will sign personally for you, for Inkquiring Minds subscribers to this channel. So all you have to do is write to me at inkquiringminds@gmail.com and let me know what your name and your address is, and I will let you know what my PayPal address is so you can pay for the book. It is $18 US plus shipping to you. So once you get back to me by email, I will do a quote for you on what it will cost to ship to you, and you'll get your own signed copy of Stone Cold Tea. Again, there are only 30 copies of this book that are available from us. But you can get this book, an unsigned copy or an electronic copy. You can get the physical book, hardcover or softcover, at FrisianPress.com. That's Friesen, I think. Yes, press.com, and search for Stone Cold Tea as the title. And you can buy the hardcover, the softcover, or an ebook from them. And there's a list on that page of Wynn's book that has all of the different ebook locations you can get it. Kobo, Amazon, Google Play, Apple Books. There's a whole list of them. And I'll have those listed in the video as well. So I'm really excited about this book. It is extremely well written. Yes, she's my wife, but I do know good literature, and this is very, very well written. You'll enjoy it. Let me read to you from the back of the book to give you an idea of what the book is about. In Stone Cold Tea, a beautifully rendered, creative nonfiction memoir, Wynn Bray Rathbun takes us from early childhood in small-town Welland, Ontario, where she was the youngest in a working-class family of 6, to her growing awareness much later in life that her siblings' perceptions and recollections of family life were surprisingly different from her own. As young children, Wynn and her adored older sister Jane enjoy a carefree existence within the shelter of their loving parents and older brothers, Jim and Paul. When their father dies while Wynn and Jane are still very young, their mother Kathy struggles to find financial and emotional equilibrium. As the fissures in Kathy's fragile mental health deepen, she frequently withdraws to a place only she can go, leaving Rathbun to wonder, what did we really know about our mother? Where did that thick river of Alzheimer's take her? So it's a very interesting journal, memoir, that resonates with many, many people who have read it. And you may find touches of it, parts of the book touching you personally as well. So if you're interested in that book, please go ahead and email me at inkquiringminds.com at gmail.com and let me know what your name and address is, and we'll get you a postage quote, and then you'll be able to pay with PayPal. That being said, congratulations. Yay, maybe I'll get an effect. Now, somehow I've turned all my effects off and I can't get them back again. You know, when I first did this and the screen went wonky on me, I thought I was having a stroke. But then I grew to enjoy those little effects, and then they went away. Well, it was ever thus. So, Marilyn says, go throat, go. Yeah, well, it's not too bad so far. Not so bad so far, but we're only 8 minutes in. So, maybe I'll get you to talk for a while. Fountain pens are great. Discuss. Maths Wizard official says, sir, can you please review the M1000? I have reviewed an M1000, a beautiful M1000 that I didn't have to buy. It's one of Murray's moments. Just go ahead and search my channel for Pelican M1000, and you'll see a beautiful M1000 Streisman. I don't know. I'm not German. I can't speak German. Beautiful pen. Let's see. Russell says there will be a live stream at 3 p.m. EST from London Pen Company today. Good. Marilyn says, don't you threaten me with a good time. Yeah. How dare you make me happy? You're violating my right to be sad. What was it that Monty Python said? I sentence you to hang by the neck until you cheer up. So I do have an agenda for today, other than talking about my wife's book, Stone Cold Tea. And let's bring up that agenda. We've already covered number 1, Stone Cold Tea, but we're going to talk about what's new. And that's what's new coming in terms of video reviews, and also what is new old. So what pens are being resurrected. I've got one for tomorrow that you'll really like. And then we're going to talk about 17,000 subscriptions. I'm coming up 25 more subscriptions and I'm at 17,000. Thank you all very, very much. I'm astounded by that. Oh, what can I say? But the last time I struck 16,000, I didn't do a giveaway, but I think this time I will do a giveaway. Of course, that means I have to get 25 more subscribers, I hope. But when I get to 17,000 subscriptions, I want to give away a pen, and I want to get your feedback on which pen I should give away. And then item number 4 will be your questions, and then item number 4 will be what the date is for the next live stream. You can see I have 2 number 4s there because I'm allergic to number 5. So let's go on with what's new. And what's new coming up, I have received 2 new pens. One I've been waiting for because it was a Gold Spot exclusive pen from Narwhal, the Rainbow Rassi. And I got a call from Tom Odo of Gold Spot Pens and said, this is coming out. Would you like to review it? We're releasing it on the Tuesday, let's see, it was last Tuesday. And I said, sure, get me the pen and I'll get a review, and I'll get the review out before Tuesday. Well, it took them 2 weeks to get it in the mail. And so everybody else has done the review of the Gold Spot exclusive, from Fig Boot to Doodlebud. Everybody got their pen in 3 or 4 days. Mine took 2 weeks. But guess what? It has arrived. And here it is. And so you'll be seeing the review of this pen coming up very shortly. Probably a week today, I would say. I have not inked it yet. I have an unboxing that members only will see. And that will go up, it's probably tomorrow, since I'm busy right now. And it's in this lovely rainbow anodization. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has incredible amounts of bling. I put this in Wynn's hands and said, what do you think? And she said, I know a lot of teenage girls are going to be really, really happy to get this pen. It does have that teenage girl kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? With the sparkles and the rainbows. The clip is very deep blue and blue-green. And the cap ring, gorgeous. I think this is Narwhal's attempt to mimic, shall we say, the TWSBI. Was it the Iris? It was a TWSBI Diamond 580, I think. I can't remember. It was like 2 years ago, and everybody went ape shit over this TWSBI. Yeah, it was the Iris. Thanks, Palash. But yeah, everybody went nuts over that pen. I myself went, yeah, not so much. I'm not interested in spending money on that because it kind of looked, I don't know, it kind of looked weird. But this one is substantial, and of course it's an original plus. I've already got an original plus. Where is it? Here it is. And I reached out, as they say, to Narwhal and asked them if they could send me an original plus, and they sent me this one. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous pen. I'm not giving this one away anytime soon. But this one might be one of the giveaways. So what do you think? This Narwhal Rainbow Rassi, would that be a good 17,000 subscription giveaway? Or should I give away the other pen that Tom Odo sent me a couple of weeks ago, and that is the Kaweco Sport piston filler? I gave this an excellent, excellent review because it's a marvelous pen. But again, I'm not that fond of sports. They're interesting. I'm not in a position actually to be carrying a pen around every day, but if you had a pen out in the wild all the time that you wanted, this would be a great choice. They're durable, rugged, and they write every time. And this has a beautiful broad nib on it. Actually, it says medium, but it feels like a broad. So, which do you think I should give away when I get to 17,000 subscribers? The Rainbow Rossi or the Kaweco Sport Piston? I'll let you guys discuss. And what's next on my list of what's coming? Oh, yes, what has just come. There we go. Now, this one wasn't given to me. I bought this. And this has been sitting in my my cart at Goulet Pens for 2 years. This is an Edison. It's my first Edison, and it's the Edison Collier in antique marble. Look at that. You know, if you've been watching my channel, that I love this amber as a cat. Here's my first amber as a cat. That's a amber as a cat pen BBS 380. Beautiful pen. This is the same material. And it has a steel nib. And I bought an extra nib. It came with a medium. I bought a 1.1 stub, and I'm just loving this nib. And it came with a converter. It's a converter pen. I'm not going to open it up because I filled it with ink as an eyedropper. And it eyedroppers beautifully. And it takes 3.8 milliliters of ink. I'll be writing with this pen through the summertime without having to refill it. So that review will come up in the next couple weeks. I've been writing with it almost every day. I wrote all the notes for this live stream with this pen. And what's next? Yes, well, I was going to show you a picture on my computer of this pen because it hadn't arrived yet, but it arrived 10 minutes ago, just before I was ready to hit record on my live stream. And it came in this tube. This is a Hero 329 Plus, and it comes in a number of different colors. It came in this beautiful tube. And this is the first time I'm opening it. I saved the untubing for you. Put the tube aside, and let's take a look at this pen. This is the first time I'm seeing it. It's slim. It has 329 and the Chinese character on the back. I really like this effect, this powder blue to deep blue effect. There are a number of different colors. I think there are 5 or 6 colors. I'll show you on my computer in a minute. Nice gold clip, slim pen, pull top, new, and it posts deeply. Yeah, beautiful. It's a hooded nib. So the body and the section are plastic, and the cap is a metal, like an aluminum alloy. See if this comes. It does. And it's a cartridge converter. Oh, it's that push-pull. It's one of these guys. Push-pull. Accident waiting to happen. We'll have to see whether I can pull that nib, because I'll want to put a Bobby bent nib in there. But that's very nice. It's like a Parker 51. And we know that Hero was given the plans to a lot of Parker's tooling back in the late 70s, early 80s. And they have continued to stamp out Parker-like pens. So I'm looking forward to... that's the... that's that little spring inside the converter. When it's full of ink, it won't rattle like that. So there we go with that. What's next? Oh yes, now I have to go to my computer because this pen isn't here yet. But a number of you have asked. Let's go to my computer first. Come on. Get this thing to work. There we go. And there. This is a Jinhao 1935 Tiandao with a number 8 nib. A number of you have requested or informed me after I pulled the trigger on this. I got a number of people letting me know that it was there. They saw this pen, big nib, Jinhao, and with a guitar clip. So they immediately thought of me. Oh, Doug's going to love this pen. We'll see whether I love it or not, but it's on the way. Random awesome name says, ooh, the Jinhao weird pen. Yeah. Yeah, they do come up with some weird ones, but look at that section. That is very Mont Blanc 149 like. And I think it's probably exactly the same size and shape, probably the same mold as the Jinhao X159 and the Jinhao 9019, which we've come to love. It's a guitar, not a violin. Well, I hope it's not a violin because it hasn't got, well, it's actually a ukulele. Let's be specific here. This is not a guitar. This only has 4 tuning pegs, and that makes it a ukulele. And let's go back to this other screenshot here. This is the 329 Plus Hero pen that I just showed you. There's the color that I got, and it comes in this orange, purple, what's this, vanilla green. Oh, this is a screenshot. I can't click on it. So this is like a pink, a pale blue, and a pale yellow. So some interesting colors there. And we have to go back to my desk again because I have some more pens coming up. There's someone who's watching right now who's going to recognize this pen. Right, Copperplate? Because Copperplate, where are you? Did she go have dinner or something? This is a Platinum Plaisir. I've got one of these already, but this beautiful blue-green, teal kind of green Plaisir came to me from Copperplate with a whole bunch of chocolate and some ink for it as well. I really do like the Plaisir. I reviewed one, a couple of years ago now, and I'm going to re-review it because it is such a lovely pen. And thank you very much. There she is, Copperplate 1969. The official color of the pen is teal. Yeah, this is a beautiful pen. And if you want a starter pen, this rivals my recommendation for starter pen is always a Pilot Explorer. Here's my Pilot Explorer, and it's all plastic. This has a metal, an extruded aluminum, powder coat or electroplate or whatever kind of finish that is. And it's a lovely pen. So you'll be seeing a review of that coming up shortly. And then my next door neighbor, just yesterday, or 2 days, yesterday, gave me this. He said, I heard you're into pens. And he had this hanging around, and it is a Lamy Safari demonstrator. A lovely little pen. Not sure that I'll review it or not. Maybe I will. I haven't reviewed the Safari for a long time. It's not a pen that I'm really fond of, but this is a really nice look, especially when it's filled with ink. And tomorrow you're going to be seeing the restoration of this 1952 Parker Vacuumatic Emerald Pearl. And this is an unusual pen. It's made in Canada, but that doesn't make it unusual. But some of these Parkers came out from Canada were very unusual. One unusual thing about it is that Parker stopped making this model in 1948, and this one was made in 1952, and the nib was made in 1957. And I bought this pen. It was in horrible condition. It had an engraved name on it, which is now gone, and the tines were broken. Well, one of the tines was broken off. And so I've successfully ground that broken nib into a luscious stub that writes wonderfully. So you get to see that resurrection tomorrow. It's a long one because this pen threw me a number of loops. And what's next? Let's go back to my full face. Here we go. So that's what's new. But I will go to my computer here for a second again, because I want to show you something else that's new, just to remind you folks. Excuse me, my throat is still suffering. Here we go. Those of you who have never done this before, I recommend that you do this. Sign up for a Pelican Hub for 2024. You can sign up until June 24th, so registration's open. Math Wizard Official, can you please review the Pelican M1000? I think I answered that already. Just go to my channel and search for Pelican M1000 and you'll see my review. But speaking of Pelican, go to the pelican-hubs.com. It's right up here, pelican-hubs.com address, and you'll get this page. Click on registration right up here until June 24th and sign up for a Pelican Hub. If there are enough people in your area for a Pelican Hub, you'll be registered. And one of the things that you'll get when you arrive at your Pelican Hub to meet all your Pelican fans and friends is you'll get a bottle of the Ink of the Year, Golden Lapis. I'm sure I'll get a second bottle, which might mean that I have to give that away. Maybe I'll give that away. This is a beautiful color. I've been using it a lot. I had this on order since January, and it took quite a few months to get them in stock. But they will give you a bottle of the Ink of the Year and some kind of a pad of Pelican paper, which is very nice. And there are all kinds of activities and things like that, and you can meet up with other Pelican fans. So I recommend you do that. It's a lot of fun. Pelican has changed hands, and it's one of the things we were concerned about when Pelican was sold to a non-German company. I think they're French now, right? Or are they Japanese? No, it's Lamy that's Japanese, and it's Pelican that is French, right? But when they were sold, we were concerned that the Pelican Hubs and the Pelican Fine Writing division might be changed or done away with or whatever. But so it's good to see that Pelican is doing another hub in 2024. So let's catch what I've missed while I've been blathering away. Ms. Marilyn says, I have been told everyone I know that shops for Parker Vacuumatics, I am looking for the blue desk pen model, not the round end model, but the desk pen model. I don't know if it exists. So you're talking about the Blue Pearl? Blue Pearl desk pen. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those. It would be rare, that's for sure. Diego. Hi, Diego. Says, oh my, Vacuumatic is green. Also a Canadian, 1953. Both body and nib. Yeah. They made them up to like 1955, I think. And maybe even later in England. So Maz keeps asking for the M1000. So you must not have your sound on because I keep answering you. If you want to send me an M1000, I'll go ahead and review it. David Parrish says, Pelican people are practically perfect. I agree with you, Mary. Random Awesome Name says, what are your thoughts on Pelican ink in general? Do they work well with other pens? My general thought about Pelican Edelstein, because I've not used the 4001 inks from Pelican. They might be the same, I'm not sure. But the Edelsteins that I have, and I have quite a few of them, I find generally that they're rather dry. And they are a perfect match for Pelican pens because Pelican pens tend to be very wet, almost uncontrollably wet, like the Pelican M1000 Streisman that I reviewed on my channel about a year ago. Very, very wet, like a fire hose. So using Pelican ink with them actually works quite well. But with other pens, I find it rather dry. I like the Topaz, Edelstein Topaz, but I add a tiny bit of white lightning to it to make it flow a little bit better. Willem has registered for the Amsterdam hub, and I remember your chainmail to support Pelican. Yes. I sent all that to, what's her name? Yana at Pelican. I never got an answer from her. I thought, maybe she went on permanent vacation. I don't know. Yana was in charge of, Yana Yegela, I think her name is. She was in charge of all of the Pelican hubs from their inception a number of years ago. And I think maybe that's why she can't answer anybody, because she's so busy organizing these worldwide events. Chris Groba says Pelican was long ago sold from German to Malaysia, and now the company is sold again. Yeah, you're actually right. It was Malaysian, the head company. All of the operations of Pelican are in Germany, though. And that might just stay the same. I don't know. Diego says 4001 are also dry, some more than others. Wasim Samad says, I have seen multiple of your videos of you smoothing some scratchy pens. I have an ST DuPont with a huge baby butt. Should I risk it and try the mesh pads? Yes, absolutely. And excuse me for a second while I get my mesh pads. You don't need the full set. My mesh pads go from, let's see. Yeah. From 3200 grit. I've got from 3200 grit down to 12,000. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grades of micro mesh pads. And you can get them on Amazon, but you don't need the full set. If you're grinding nibs, you need the full set. If you're refinishing pens and things like that, like I do, you need the full set. But just this set for doing the baby's bottom. And follow my video on doing baby's bottom, and you should be able to fix it. It only takes like 5 minutes to be able to do it. How many people want Doug's baseball caps? Asks Russell. This was a gift from my kids. I've got 2 of them. I've got one in black and with white writing, and one in white with black writing. This is the summer model, and the other is the winter model. We don't have any fall or spring here in Calgary. Made by Dawn says, hey, how are you? I live in the country of Belize and love fountain pen. Unfortunately, I can only afford cheap fountain pen. I'm falling for Jinhao. I appreciate your reviews. Thanks. I just got a Jinhao 9019. Yeah, I mean, people complain about the 9019. They're cracking on them or falling apart. Well, get a $200 Twisby and you'll have the same experience. But with the Jinhao, it's $15 now, something like that. Buy another one. So if it breaks, buy another one. Buy 3, buy 5, buy one in each color. They're terrific pens. I'm using mine all the time. This is my favorite one right now. It's got a medium nib, black, great big converter, lots of ink supply. I mean, it's like 1 milliliter of ink in there in that converter. Wonderful pen. Bill Pemberton. Hey, Bill. How are you? That would make awesome swag for the channel. Yeah, I thought about that, but by the time it's in your hands, it's a hat and it's $40 between the amount that I paid for it and the shipping cost. It ends up being a $40 hat. So I'm not sure how many people would want a hat with my handwriting on it. And people will go, what the hell's that? Well, there's this pen dude, you see, and you've lost them. Luke M has said something. Hi, Luke. Good to see you. Sorry you retracted your message. He was saying something rude about my hat, I'm sure. Yeah, sorry, Twisby, but ain't it the truth? I'm afraid I was a little sarcastic on one of my fountain pen channels on Facebook the other day. Someone posted, and I mean, it is distressing. They posted a picture of their broken VAC 700 Twisby and said, "Oh my God, it broke. What do I do? What do I do?" And I said, "Oh my God, that's amazing. That never happens." And I got a number of frowns and a number of chuckles out of that. It happens 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3. If you have a Twisby, it's going to break. They have a larger customer service department than they have pen manufacturing department, I predict, because they're dealing with people's pens and replacement parts every day, every single day. There's Luke. Good afternoon from the region of Ottawa. Hello, capital Canada. Ottawa is a lovely town. If you ever get a chance to come to Canada, go to Ottawa. It's a lovely, you think, well, it's a metropolis because it's the capital of Canada. It's actually a small town with a large bureaucracy, but the bureaucrats don't live in town. It's kind of like Washington, D.C., right? No, it's nothing like Washington, D.C., except for the fact that nobody lives in Washington, D.C. They live in Georgetown. David Parrish has no problem with the 9019. Yep, me neither. Hey, George, good to see you. Miss Marilyn Darling says, I especially love my Wingsung 630. It is the piston version, and even the MB parts are interchangeable. This is true. I've got the gold nib version, and it is a fine, but it is so flexible. What a beautiful pen. And for what I'm paid for it, I think I paid $175, $180, something like that, not over $200. But that pen is, and I've used it right next to a Mont Blanc. It's on par with a Mont Blanc, and I'm paying $1,200 for a Mont Blanc 149 today in my retail store. $1,200. No, I'm not going to pay that. Get a Wingsung 630 gold. Miss Marilyn Darling says, you message Twisby and they will sell you a barrel. It's great customer. Yeah, well, they have to, and that's my point. They have to have great customer service. They have to have a huge department just to deal with all the customers that are dealing with broken pieces. And the only way they're staying in business is being very good at taking care of their customers. If I pay $200 for a plastic pen and it breaks on me like these do, I'm going to want to have excellent customer service. Wasim Samad says Twisby cracking is as infuriating as Italian pens not writing smoothly. Absolutely. It's like those stories that never go away. Twisby is known for cracking, and Italian pens are known for not writing out of the box after you paid $500 for them. Why they can't. The problem is that Twisby has understood the customer service angle of this. They really all over it. I have to commend them for their customer service. But places like Visconti, not so much. It's like you're on your own almost. Or you send it back and it takes months and months and months. I know my friend Ron has had a number of Viscontis and sent his Rembrandt back multiple times to Germany. To Germany. Send it to Germany, it might get fixed faster. No, to send it back to Florence, Italy. And it takes forever, and the pen comes back, and then something else happens. I've had a couple of Viscontis that were broken right out of the box. Luke M says, anybody got their hands on the number 8 nib Majon P139? I have a long conversation going with Sally at Easy Buy because the pen came up and I saw the notice about the pen existing, and I wrote her and I said, I want one. And she said, we're waiting from the factory because they're backlogged or something. And then I see other people's reviews go up. So Doodlebud gets one. I know, what is it about me? And maybe it's just I'm in Calgary that I get things last. And it's starting to frustrate me. And so I wrote Sally back again. I said, how come Doodlebud is reviewing the P139 piston? And I still haven't got mine yet. And she said, no, he's probably reviewing the number 6 size nib. And that is true. If you look, I looked everywhere, and the number 8 size nib is not available anywhere. They're still at the factory. They've redesigned the feed. It's an ebonite feed. And so as soon as Sally gets one at Easy Buy, I'm getting it immediately. So hopefully you'll see the review of the P139 here first. And having said that, Doodlebud will get it a week before I do. So he has naked pictures of someone, I think. Just speculation, of course. George Parapadakis says, I would rather have the Kaveco than the Narwhal. But the style contrast between this new Original Plus with the Lavina Black is ridiculous. I would not rather have a Kaveco than a Narwhal. Where's my Narwhal box? There it is. I have things hidden all over the place. Just for you to know, that is spelled Nahvalur and is pronounced just the way you see it, Narwhal. So yeah, Narwhal, the way it's spelled there is Icelandic. Where's Torhilder? Torhilder is our resident Iceland expert. I thought I saw her go by. But correct me if I'm wrong, Torhilder, if that is how you spell narwhal in Norwegian. Oh, I'm going to blame COVID brain on that one. In Icelandic, Nahvalur, but Lur, but it is pronounced narwhal. And the reason that narwhal did this was because when you type narwhal into Google, it comes up with all kinds of horn-faced whales, and you never get to the fountain pen. So they changed the spelling to Navalur, and now when you type in Navalur on Google, you get the pen. That's the story I've heard, and I'm sticking to it. Iron Spider says Doodlebud having a picture of someone's doodle, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to write him and ask him what's his secret. I thought it was just me being a Canadian and not actually going in people's faces and saying, give me one of those. I want to review one of those. Send one to me now. I kind of politely waited for my turn, like a Canadian does, and sit back and, well, they will send me one eventually. And then finally I just wrote Tom Otto at Cold Spot and I said, send me this. He said, okay. Now I got to talk to our friend Yost over at Applebaum, because he's forgotten who I am. Willem says, I know, but I still pronounce it Navalur to remember how to spell it. I actually spell it Narwhal anyway, because who speaks Icelandic? I'm waiting for her to respond. Where are you, Torhilder? We're talking about you. Your ears are burning. Sorry. No, maybe she's close to a volcano. That would not be good. Stay safe, Icelandic people. David Parrish says, remember you reviewed the Nautilus, and we're frustrated by the portholes didn't line up in a pretty way when you capped it. If I try repeatedly, I get it to work, but it takes repeated attempts. Yeah, because it's got a 3-start screw on it. So you have to back it off and wait for the clicks and find out which one to get it lined up. Not good for your OCD. And it's 11:46. Maybe I should get on to how many people have we got here today? Let's take a look. Oh, we have 57 dudes here. And dames, dudes and dames. And all the ships at sea. So what I'm going to do now, folks, and I do this every month now that I've figured out how to do it, is I'm going to give 5 of you a free membership to my channel for 1 month. This is a YouTube feature. They give content creators the opportunity once a month to give away 5 memberships. And this gives you instant access to my videos when I post them. It gives you cool badges and emojis, and it gives you, well, what I do is I will answer your comments in the comment section exclusively. So if you are not a member of my channel, I might just say, give you a happy face or something like that. I won't respond. But if you are a member, I absolutely answer all of your questions and answer all your posts. So you'll get that membership for 1 month. It will not roll over to the next month unless you want it to. And you can buy continuous membership for only 99 cents a month, less than the price of, what is that? Well, or you can go to the $5.99 a month, the next level, if you wish. Less than the price of a coffee, I'm sure. So let's see whether I can do this successfully this time. And I click the $sign and unlock membership only per membership gifting. There it is. I only do this once a month, so I can't remember how to do it. So gift 5 now. So hang on to your hats. Here it comes. And the wheel goes around and around, and let's see. Iron Spider was gifted a membership. Kathakian Baskaran was gifted a membership. Daniel Tran was gifted a membership. Monkey Fart. Well, you should be gifted a membership just for your handle. Monkey Fart, I think that is terrific. What a great handle. I can quote you. And Daniel Silva Conrado was gifted a membership. Yay! Let's hear it for those 5 people who are now members of my channel. Congratulations. You new members will start seeing some unboxings. I have the unboxing video of the Edison and of the Narwhal Rainbow Rassie, which will go up in the next couple of days. So you'll see a sneak peek on those videos, unboxings. There's Laverne. Hello, Laverne. Good to see you. I also wanted to spend a couple of minutes before we have to go. Jacobite asks, how many pens do I have? I haven't got enough time to count them all, but I'm guessing that I have 150 to 175 at any given moment, probably more than that, but that's just my guess. I do want to go over to my desk again here because I want to highlight a number of pens that were generously gifted to me more than a year ago now. I reviewed a couple of them, and I've been using all of them. And I wanted to have a special shout out to Don Gehrig, who sent them. Don, if you're watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thanked you previously when I told you you were a crazy bastard when you sent me these 5 pens. I have reviewed a couple of them, and I will get to the other ones. I just wanted Don to know that I am using these pens, and I show them at all my pen meetups with my Calgary folk all the time. But I wanted to highlight them here on a live stream for Don. Let's move the tray over. Let's talk about pens. Here's a tray of 5 pens that Don sent me more than a year ago. Take a look at these, guys. Now you can imagine what my feelings were when a box arrived. I mean, Don said, I'm going to send you some pens. And I said, okay, if you want to send me some pens, great, go ahead. And the box arrived, and this showed up. This is a Le Bain Scepter in this lovely ivory. I've reviewed this pen, and it is just gorgeous. Le Bain, I had a Le Bain 325 that I gave away when I hit 10,000 subscribers, and I still regret giving that pen away. I'm probably going to get another one. But those Le Bain Scepter is just gorgeous. You can't get these anymore. This is a Gioia Partenope. It's like the lava of Vesuvius. Huge gold cap, beautiful pen. I've reviewed this pen as well. This has a gorgeous Gioia nib, and this is a broad. And it has one of those line cap capture converter kind of thing happening. It is a converter. It's not a piston. But this is a gorgeous pen. And every time I show it at a pen meetup, everybody oohs and ahs over it. This is an original Delta. This is Delta before they went bankrupt, not bankrupt, but they went out of business. They're now alive again, and I've got another Delta. This is a Delta Journal in a matte finish, this blue fleck. This is a beautiful pen. It's a cartridge converter and has a steel medium nib. Beautiful writer. I compare this pen to my Leonardo Momento Zero. It's roughly the same size and feel. Beautiful pen. This is a pen that I wouldn't have got for myself. This is a Faber-Castell E-Motion in this crocodile kind of brown finish. And this beautiful clip. I wish all pen companies would make a clip that was one-hand operable. The metal tapering section and a small that's a fine nib. This is a cartridge converter. I'm going to be reviewing this Faber-Castell coming up very shortly. Same thing with the journal. And this is the one that knocked me out and I use all the time. This is a Visconti, oh God, what is it called? It's gone right out of my head now. It's the Visconti Vertigo. There you go. And it's the classic Visconti squared circle that Dante Del Vecchio is so fond of, with the wonderful Visconti clip, magnetic cap, metal section, and large steel nib with a 14 karat gold overlay over top of it. It's a cartridge converter pen, and I use this pen all the time. Beautiful Visconti. But I just wanted to showcase those 5 pens that Don sent me from Colorado. Talk about generous. This is the kind of people fountain pen people are. And I'm not saying this to solicit more pens from people, but it shows the love of fountain pens that people want to share with other people that would appreciate them. So again, thank you, Don, for that generous donation. You'll see these 3 pens coming up in a review very, very soon. I'm knocking my microphone around. Sorry about that. Get it back on the stand. There we go. Willem says, congrats, and a big hand to all of us 99-cent subs too. Thank you all to the subscribers, thank you to the subscribers, but thank you especially to the members. Many of you might remember that about 2 years ago, I had decided to hang it up because I couldn't take all the negative comments that I was getting. I made it my sort of thing that when I put up a video, I would answer every single comment. And I'd spend hours every day that I put up a video going through every single comment and answering them. Whereas some of my colleagues say, just don't even look at the comments. They don't even read the comments. But I believed connection to the audience was really important, being a theater guy myself. And so I went through and answered everything. So that meant I was reading a lot of shit, to put it mildly. And it was really depressing me. And so I don't need to do this. Miss Marilyn says, I always read my comments. Me too. But it's really more helpful now because YouTube has come up with some tools that allow us to not have to see that crap. And so one of the things was when they came out with memberships, and I thought, okay, well, memberships, I don't want to charge people a lot of money to watch my channel. It should be free. But if it's only 99 cents a month, and then those are the only comments I have to look at, that filters out all the crap. I mean, how many people are going to hate me so much that they're going to pay me $1 a month to throw crap in my face? Not many. And especially not the 1 or 2 trolls that follow all of my videos and go thumbs down it's sort of a badge of honor, I think. I get a thumbs down as soon as I post. Well, as soon as it goes public, I get a thumbs down on every one of my videos. So there's one person out there that really hates me and hates me with a passion. But I notice that I don't get the thumbs down when I send it out to members only. So members get the video 2 or 3 days before it goes live. And I never get a thumbs down. So that membership fee for 99 cents a month gave me the freedom to be able to pick and choose just the happy comments and the band features now and the banned word features. So for example, if you mention a fingernail, because I play guitar, if you mention fingernails to me and that I'm gross and disgusting because of my fingernails, you get banned immediately. But all those comments get filtered out, so no one sees them, and they get filtered out and deleted. So I don't have to see all that crap anymore. So thanks to YouTube for putting those tools together to keep us content creators sane. Miss Marilyn Darling says, yeah, it blocks the word. So I have a number of words that I've put in, and it filters them out. And I can see them or not see them, or I can delete them immediately. Sometimes people talk about fingernails, and it has to do with something to do with the pen. And so I can read that comment and allow it if I want to. Luke says, I don't get those people. They should just change the channel if they don't like it. Yeah, and a couple of my content creator friends have told me that you really have to see that it's some kind of a need on the part of the person that's doing all this vitriol to content creators. And the need is that they're lacking in self-confidence, they're lacking in the ability to do what we're doing, or they're just jealous of success. So if they see anybody who's having any kind of success at all, and I don't call 17,000 subscribers on YouTube a success, I call it a fun little group. People have millions of subscribers and they're successes. But anybody who has had any bit of success, they're jealous of. And so they feel that they have to tear that person down. And then I hear my mother saying, "You don't build yourself up by tearing others down, Douglas." Yes, but it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. So a lot of people get their jollies out of going through YouTube all day, sitting in their basements in their underwear, clicking thumbs down. So cheers to you haters out there. You're going in the bin. Oh my goodness, that's good tea. Teresa Harris. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Teresa has a wonderful channel. You guys should go and watch her channel, Travel by Books. She has some very interesting videos, and I'm a subscriber. Good to see you here today, Teresa. I'm extremely appreciative of your comments. I appreciate a response when I comment also. Yes, even if it's just a thumb up or a heart, I respond to almost everything. Even if you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, I generally respond. But what I do is I go through, it allows you to filter comments just from members. And so I answer all the members first and then do what I can with the rest. I know people enjoy the connection. It's really difficult to comment on channels when you know it's going out into a black hole and no one ever reads it. David Parrish says those thumbs down people don't even love their own mothers. Well, maybe because their mother... No, I'm not going to say it on my channel. Made by Dawn says, I read all my comments too. Good for you. People complain to complain, yep. But those tools have allowed me actually to continue and have some sanity at it. The other things that have allowed me to continue is the technology that's come up with the channels now, especially with DaVinci Resolve 18. The video editing suite that I use. It's free, it's powerful, it's easy, and it makes my life easy. My video that's going up tomorrow of the pen resurrection of this beautiful emerald pearl pen, which is for sale, by the way. Ooh, it's for sale. It's on my Wix page if you want to buy it. I've got hours of video, and I edited until 2 o'clock in the morning this morning to get about 3/4 of that video edited. I'm going to work after we're done here. I'm going to edit some more and get that video out, and it's probably going to be about 45 minutes long, but I've had to edit hours of video down to 45 minutes. And without DaVinci Resolve, I would not be able to do that. And without a speedy computer. So this computer I'm using right now is my MacBook Pro M2, and it is a video editing monster. I would not be able to do this with a PC. I know that for a fact. So the YouTube tools, the video editing speed and ease that I have with the software and the hardware that I've got have allowed me to continue doing this. Some people turn on record, do the review, and turn off record, and then post that. That's not me. My videos are very highly produced, and it's part of the fun of doing it for me. So I'm figuring out in the software I'm using here right now, which is OBS, to do this broadcast for you live, I'm figuring out how I can use cutaways. One of the things I'm doing is I'm turning off, what is it called, monetization, so that you might be seeing ads. Let me know if you guys are seeing ads today during this live stream, because I've turned off monetization. So I'm not going to make any money at all, which is generally just cents, $1 here and $1 there. But I've turned off monetization for the live streams. I don't want the live stream to be interrupted by commercials, and also I got a copyright strike on the last live stream because I did a cutaway of that band singing I'm turning Japanese, because I was laughing at Lammy for turning Japanese. And I got a copyright strike for just those 10 seconds. So that was frustrating. It wasn't that my video was taken down. I had to go and edit that section out. And it just becomes a pain in the ass. So I'm turning off the ads. So if you don't see any, if you see an ad, let me know. Even email me at inkquiringminds@gmail.com and let me know you've seen an ad today, because you shouldn't. No ad seen, but I saw a brand lift study. I don't know what that is. Shanghai Knife Dude, yes, Japanese. I remember that. Yeah, I did it a couple of times, and I think I left it on 1 second too long. If you go past 10, 15 seconds with anything, you'll get a copyright notice. Copperplate says, I look particularly sporty today. Well, I'm not feeling sporty today. In fact, I need more tea. But I appreciate your saying so. It's the lighting. Only at the beginning of the stream, Christine Chen says. Well, that's interesting. Marilyn Darling says, YouTube has put ads on my videos, even though I don't have. Yes, and that's what I was thinking, because if I turn off monetization on any one of my videos that I post, pre-recorded videos, YouTube will still add ads to it. Generally at the beginning, at the end. They won't do it in the middle unless you turn it on yourself. Now, what I've been doing is I have monetization on, and so YouTube will put ads at the beginning and the end, and then let you choose where the ads are in the center of your video. And if my video is 20 minutes or under, I will have no ads in the middle. If it's more than 20 minutes to 30 minutes, I'll have one ad. More than 30 minutes, I'll have maybe 2 ads. But YouTube, left to their own devices, would put 5 ads in a 20-minute video. Willem says, I don't have abs. Me neither. You know, I have an apron that has abs on it for me that I use when I'm barbecuing. Random Awesome Name says, brand lift study, the questionnaires you get which asks, which brand have you heard of recently? And other questions about your perception towards that brand. Interesting. Moises Adolfo Najar Calderon. Did I say that right? Says, guess that you're allowed 7 seconds. But that's really... I've done experiments back when I was getting copyright strikes and copyright notices. Every single video, I was just learning. I did a few experiments where I would cut a piece of music, cutaway, down until it wouldn't give me the notification. And I've got it to 18 seconds. I can do a cutaway of some music for 18 seconds, sometimes 16 seconds, and it goes through the filter. Also, if I chop up some video, and that's not just commercial music, that's music that when I'm playing a song, say I'm playing Fire and Rain by James Taylor, I can play 18 seconds of that before I have to cut, or I'll get a copyright notice. And so in some of my longer musical intros, I'll chop them every 15 seconds and leave a little gap. And so I can do a longer segment of maybe 30 seconds to 40 seconds, but it's chopped up. And most of that is just copyright notice. That means that whoever owns the copyright on that particular music is going to take all of your revenue. You can keep your video up, but any revenue that is generated will go to them. A copyright strike is someone like Don Henley, what's his name? Don Fenley of the band The Beagles and their song Motel Arizona. See, you're not even allowed to say the name Don Fenley, or his lawyers will get after you. And that's a strike. And you're only allowed 3 strikes on your channel, and they ban you for life. And all of your content comes down. Doesn't matter how many years you've been on. So beware of the Beagles, Don Fenley, and Motel Arizona specifically. Anything by the Beagles, anything by Super Ramp, that wonderful band from the 70s and 80s, is a copyright strike. So there's a number of people out there that don't want their stuff on the airwaves at all. Sorry for the rant, but it's reality. Don Fenley is a lonely, bitter, old asshole who sits in his room scanning the internet for any mention of him or his music, and has a team of people scanning the internet and a team of lawyers who will sue anybody, sue their pants off. And this is a man who goes into a Beagles concert and lip syncs his own music and charges people $300 a ticket. Rant mode off. Okay, let's go back to our agenda. I did ask you to ask your questions. Now, you're good enough to ask questions as we go. And I'm trying not to talk so much, but when I get my face on camera, I start to rant, unfortunately. ODE says, I have seen some ads today during this live. Okay, so that does mean that regardless of my settings, whether I've got monetization on or off, that YouTube will insert ads. That's unfortunately, and there's nothing I can do about that. Vivek Singh says, it's because of you I purchased the micromesh pads complete set, and I'm happy about it. Good for you, Vivek. Jinhao 9019, is it comparable to the Pilot E95S in terms of smoothness? I don't know any pen that is comparable to the E95S medium Pilot in smoothness. That thing is just glass. And a friend just sent me another one, which I have dissected, and it was all broken anyway. It was broken, but I'm building a tool to remove the nibs on these. I'm trying to build a tool to remove the nibs on these pens. Not that I want to remove this one, but I might be able to fix some that are on the internet. This is still one of my top 5 fountain pens in my collection. I've had it for 3 years, at least 3 years. And it's the smoothest, glassiest writing pen. And I might not have used this for the last couple of weeks, and I bet you, I get some paper here, I bet you. See, I haven't used it for a couple of weeks. And look at that. And it's been laying sideways. It just writes all the time. Silky smooth, beautiful pen. I bought one for my wife. She's got the black and gold one. And I don't know, if they had more colors, I'd buy more. But I mean, other than black and gold and the burgundy and champagne, what is there? If they had a blue one, I'd, send me the pen. I will give you my money. Take my money. Dyer Schneider, welcome to Reply Member Comments. Wow, cool. Does that mean that you just joined as a member, Dyer? If you did, thank you very much. Congratulations. Great to have you aboard. Laverne Clark says, Doug, I wanted to know if you sampled or ordered Warringal ink Call of the Cthulhu. I've seen it. I don't tend to order ink because it's hard to get to Canada. I should probably order some ink during the summer. when things don't freeze. Where do we get that ink? What are the suppliers for Waringal? I've heard of that ink. Miss Marilyn Darling says Leonardo Momento Magico broad nib is pretty smooth. I bet. Very, very wet nibs, the broads. Teresa Harris says, any idea on why Hongdian hasn't had a new release? They do, don't they? Don't they have another number 8 size nib coming out? I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Gabrielle says, I have very short ads every 45 minutes or so. Well, we've been on since 11 and it's 12:15. That's not too bad, I guess. 12:15. We're coming up on short strokes here. Bagus, if you turn off ads still play, but you don't get money from it, whereas YouTube does. Yes, I knew that. I just didn't know whether during a live stream they would still put an ad in the center. And they do, unfortunately. I think there's a setting when you turn on a live stream, you turn on monetization that says frequency of ads during the middle of your live stream. And you can set that frequency yourself, or you can let YouTube do it. So maybe I'll go back to monetization on and set the frequency to like every 60 minutes or something like that, or whatever the largest value they allow. T. Bela says, I agree on the E95S. It's wonderful. So much so I bought another one. Yeah, I'd love to buy another one, but why do I need two of exactly the same pen? If they had another color, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Christine Chen, new pen launch from Endless today. They're billing it as torque filler. Basically cartridge converter with outside knob to rotate the cartridge converter, but they're offering it in needlepoint. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want, but that's a captured converter, basically. Not even a captured converter. It's a converter with an outside knob. A captured converter, you can't get the converter out of it. And what inks am I using this week? Miss Marilyn wants to know. Well, I'm using a lot of Waterman Serenity. So much so I've got 2 new boxes of Waterman Serenity in case the world supply dries up. But the ink I have been using a lot lately is the new Golden Lapis. I love this ink. It's that teal kind of a blue-green, turquoise kind of a color with a gold fleck to it. Just a beautiful ink. Miss Marilyn Darling says Hongdian just put out a number 8 size pen. Yeah, I thought I saw that. Have I ordered it? I don't remember. I'll have to go and ask Sally. Shanghai Knife Dude says HD did number N9, number 8 converter, C1 flighter, and 2 new wood 1845s. Yes, that's it, the N9. Thank you for reminding me, Shanghai. Peter Harris says, just had an advert interrupt you. That means I'm talking too long. We should probably wrap this up if you're all starting to get ads. Miss Marilyn Darling, Pelican Golden Lapis. Can't wait to get my bottle at the Pelican Hub. Yeah, you're having a Pelican Hub in your area. Yeah, if you haven't signed up yet, please go to the Pelican website and sign up and get to the hub, and you'll get some really cool paper. You'll get to sign the banner, and you'll get a really cool bottle of ink that is this year. I mean, last year was pink, right? And okay, I'm not really into pink. It was a nice color, but it's not something I'm going to use. But this Golden Lapis, I'm going to be using this in a lot of pens, a lot, over this next year or so. And I'm sure they're all limited editions, but Russell Bickford says, sure, Doug, rub it in on the Golden Lapis ink. I ordered from Pen Chalet. They're having delivery issues from the distributor. Still waiting for my bottle. Yes. Well, I ordered mine in January and I got it just last month. So yeah, distributors are having difficulty all over the place. Canadian distributors or Canadian retailers are having difficulty with their distributors from a number of different sources. Well, it's one distributor and I can't remember the name. My person at Reids told me about it, but they're not able to get a lot of Waterman inks and things like that. Excuse me. Now, I appreciate that mute feature. You didn't have to hear me hack along up. Okay, we're getting on to the end here. Have I gone through all the things? Oh, yes, the agenda says, what is the next live stream? So my calendar says that the next live stream for July will be on my sister's birthday, and that's July 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I just put a lozenge in, so I won't subject you to any more of my what is that, Tuvan throat singing. There's Miss Chelsea Woodhouse. Hello, Chelsea. Great to see you. 4:19 a.m. Well, you're a trooper. Thank you for getting up so early. I'm just guessing. Maybe you got up for me, but I bet you probably got up to do your own stuff. But it's nice to see you from around the world, one side of Australia or the other. Down under, getting ready for a writers' festival. Good for you. Yes, drink my tea. It goes well with a Hall's cherry lozenge. Russell Bickford says the distributor sent the order to Pen Chalet to their old address, then reshipped it, and the shipper lost the package. Well, I guess first world problems, right? We get our knickers in a twist because our package is 2 weeks late. Bill Pemberton says Back to the Future. It's a cool album. It's a whole album of Tuvan throat singers, right? I got to look that up on the internet. I know there's a friend of mine who loves Tuvan throat singing. No accounting for taste. Pamela Meyer says Golden Lapis is available in Germany. Well, Mama, pin a rose on you. Of course it's available in Germany. Is everybody else around the world that's trying to get it? Pamela says, don't get me to buy it for you. You'll become a fence, I think. Perfumes y lapiceras. Hi, Doug. Today I'm watching from Trieste, Italy, 8:20 p.m. Ciao, Italy. Pam says, I'm German. Of course you are. That's why you're able to get the Pelican ink, because you're in Germany. So's Gabrielle. And who else is from Germany today? Willem is in the Netherlands, so he's close to Germany, so he'll be able to get his Pelican really quickly. And probably cheaper as well. Well, that's enough from me. Enough. I've got to put my throat on hold for a bit. I really appreciate all of you joining me here today. And don't forget, the video for Stone Cold Tea, the reading, will go up. Let's see, it's 12:24 here right now. It will go up in about a half an hour at 1 p.m. my time, noon on the West Coast, so Pacific Daylight Time. And you'll get to see Wynn reading from her book. And all the information on buying this book will be in that video as well, and in the description for the video. So send me an email to inquiringminds@gmail.com if you're interested in purchasing this book, and I'll let you know all the information. So until July 6th, when we'll meet again live, it's a good night and goodbye from me, and it's good night and goodbye from him. I'll leave the stream running for a while so you guys can finish your conversations. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.